Hello and welcome back to National Busways West Scotland, here at the Paisley Garage just west of Glasgow, where today we are looking at one of the B70L Geminis that were acquired for the Glasgow Airport Express 100 and 101 services, which we put in a few episodes ago. So, we're at Paisley today because we're going to be doing stuff from Paisley today. So, last week we put in the 136 between the Forge and Castle Milk. Then I had a surprise comeback halfway through the episode to add in the 138 between the Forge and Silverburn Shopping Centre. And that's going to be something, well, shopping is going to be something of a theme this episode. In that we're going to be starting the Paisley Town services today. So, the first route I'm going to do is a big one. It's going to go into Renfrew. Paisley and Renfrew Town services are going to be very closely linked, and they're both going to run from Paisley. And over here is a little bus station for a shopping centre, the Braehead Shopping Centre. There we go. And then over here is a retail park called the Phoenix Retail Park. So what I'm going to do to start off is launch a new service, the 110, between the Braehead Shopping Centre and the Phoenix Retail Park. And then we're going to launch a town service between, honestly, probably the Braehead Shopping Centre down through this way, just to sort of serve a bunch of southern Paisley straight off the bat. And those are going to be the 105 and 110. So the 105 is going to be the Paisley Town service that goes this way, and the 110 is going to be the shopping centre to retail park service. So, let's get our mainline route colour, and we will start with the 110. 110, Braehead SC to Phoenix RP. There we go. So, time-lapse me, if you don't mind. Thank you very much. And the 110 is done. It's quite a long route, actually. And it requires... I'm probably going to require a fair few vehicles. If I run it every 15 minutes, it might need... maths isn't mathsing. My maths is failing to maths. It's probably going to need 6 or 7, which isn't bad. So, you know, chunky route. We like chunky routes. They're very fun. So let's run this every 15 and see what it does. What's the loading like? Brilliant. The loadings are fine. So, I will see you when the timetable is done. So, the timetable for the 110 is done, and it needs 8 buses, which is pretty good. So, during the week, it runs every 15 minutes. It takes 45 minutes to go one way and 41 to go the other. On Sundays, it runs every 20 minutes with the same timings. So, that's that. It requires 8 vehicles to run, which is pretty nice. And we'll activate that later. So there, 110 is our first Renfrew / Paisley Garage town service. The next service that we're going to do today is the 105. Ooh, that's not going well. The 105 will run from Braehead as well, but it'll go sort of around the back way and then join the 110 again into Paisley before going down this road and across and turning back here. Another very major route for the Paisley area. So, let's get that going. This is going to be the 105. Ooh, I can type. Braehead SC2. I need to find out what the name of that neighborhood is. Foxbar. It is Foxbar. Braehead SC to Foxbar. There we go. Time lapse me. If you don't mind. Thank you very much. And there is the 105. The 105 is intriguing in several ways. So first of all, it goes a different way into Renfew Town Centre, which is nice. Then it goes the same way all the way to Paisley. All the way down here, it goes the same way as the 110. Then it goes its own way. And a lot of these stops I had to put in, and they're all called bus stop because there's no data, which is fine. I can do that off camera. And then it comes around, and this part really confused me. And then it does this really weird loop around Foxbar. It's like, I mean, I was hoping to serve Foxbar shops, and I've only just seen that road connects in. Oh well. But, yeah, it's intriguing. Certainly not the last time we'll be venturing into Foxbar. And definitely not the last time we'll be doing local services around Paisley and Renfrew. So, let's have a look. See, ooh, I just hit the microphone. Hope that wasn't too loud. Yeah, we'll see what's happening in the, in terms of loadings. Quite busy, but that's with relatively infrequent service. We'll run it every 15 minutes and 20 on Sundays, just like the 110. Idea is that they'd be running in pairs. Well, not in pairs, but like as a sort of paired up service. So that, like, you know, they'd be running every 7.5 minutes and every 10 minutes combined between Renfrew and Paisley. That sort of thing. Okay, forecast for Friday. Good. That's decent. I like that. Very manageable. Very demure. So, I'm not going to make the mistake I did with the other route, and that I did it the wrong way around. Well, I made the route the wrong way around, though. That's the thing. So, you know what? Scratch that. I'll see you when the timetable's done. How about that? So, the timetable for the 115 is done. That took a very long time, because I wanted to make these run as a pair, so that they would be evenly spaced between Paisley and Renfrew. But it's done now. Runs every 15 minutes Monday, Saturday, and every 20 minutes on Sundays. And they run such that Mondays to Saturdays, it's roughly every 7.5 minutes. Obviously you can't do half minutes, but you know, it's like alternating 7 and 8 minute gaps. Between Paisley Piazza and Renfew Town, Paisley and Renfrew Town Centres, and on Sundays it's every 10 minutes. So now I'm just going to set this up in terms of this. So Foxbar, 1 minute, very, very nice, I enjoy that. And then at the other end, Renfrew Town's at 5:20. Oh, they actually have plenty of time, loads of time. 6:23. That's the 6:35, so it's got 10 minutes or so. Well, 12. So I can have them break for 10 minutes. And then Sunday, I assume it's something similar. No, they've actually got loads of time at Foxbar Library. And then 7:55. Oh, they've got loads of time at both ends, that's great. So Foxbar Library, they've got almost 20 minutes. So I'll give them 15 minutes of break. And then at the shopping centre, 6:35, they've got 14 minutes. So I'll give them 10 minutes of break there. And that's the route set up. Just a little reminder, almost entirely for my sake, because I spent so long on that timetable. The 110 runs from Braehead up here, through Renfrew, down the main road to Paisley, and then over to Phoenix Retail Park. And the 115 runs from Braehead a different way into Renfew Town Centre, then follows the 110 down to Paisley Town Centre and goes down to the Foxbar estate. And these are going to be run with a new vehicle type for the series. So let's go to Paisley and just work our way over to the end of the line, which is here. And these vehicles are going to be 10.7 metre Dennis Dart ALX, I nearly said 400, no, ALX 200s. So these are going to be new vehicle group. This is the ADL type, which is what Arriva London called these. It doesn't refer to Alexander Dennis, although oh my god, it does. It does refer to Alexander Dennis, just not the company, just the fact that it's an Alexander body on a Dennis frame. Anyway, And that it is a type allocation. There we go. ADL type. Isn't that lovely? And I didn't check how many we need. Isn't this amazing? Although we will need more, so I'm going to assume that we need 16 and buy 16 of them. That makes a lot of sense. I will probably need more than this. That should be enough. Now, let's buy them. ADL type, no passenger information system. First of all, this model is really good. And you wouldn't believe it, but it's by the same person that did the sort of early mods that weren't so great. It's by 7OM. So, you know, I'm just really happy with that. ADL type. Boom. Isn't it lovely? Isn't it just lovely? So, as with the latest liveries on South Coast, I think that one went up before this. We've got legals. And a new feature that I'll be adding alongside legals is garage and type codes on the roof. Of course, legals... Oh wait, legals don't need to go on both sides. They only need to go on the near side. I'm stupid. Anywho, the template modified by me, it's not perfect. It's got some rough edges. But it's not bad. And I think these look really sweet. So that's 10. Then I'm going to buy another 6. Without PISs. Import repaint. ADL type. And if you saw the ADS type there, that is the small one. Here we go. Aren't they pretty? So, let's get this in. And these aren't going to say Glasgow. Well, no, they are going to say Glasgow. Why not? It's all like a part of Glasgow, basically. PY. License plate. I think I'm going to go Y801. NGA. I've not used NGA yet. Fleet number will be ADL. It's not going to be 1. Oh yeah, it's not going to be 1 because we're in the Y reg and these have been in production for a little bit by this point. I think they were in production since like 1995. Hold that thought. I'm going to look it up. Post me edit this out. Okay, I was nearly right. It was 1996. The first one's ended service. So yeah, 1996. Let's say we started buying those from 1996. So you got 3 years worth. So I'm going to suggest that this is ADL 451. Here we go. And actually, I'm going to make that 851 NGA. So I will get the rest of these done and I will see you when they are all finished. And finally we have Y866 NGA or ADL 466. Now I don't know where the fleet numbers hide on these. My guess would be at the back. Well, there we go. Here we have our fleet of 16 ALX 200s ready to go. And that's brought our depot occupancy up to 70 out of a possible 100. So PY getting quite full. Let's launch. It just gone midday. Love that. Best time to launch a bus route, right? No. No, it is not the best time to launch a bus route. Launching the 110 and 115. Although I will just go in and edit the timetables so that they want ADLs allocated to them. Go into the 110 and do that for that. Also, yeah, I renumbered the 105, the 110, because I remembered that I was going to use the low 100 series to build like a sort of Superloop style circuit around Glasgow. At some point, maybe. I'm reserving the low 100s for that anyway. Edit timetable, prefer the ADL type, and hope that we have enough. We have enough drivers, that's a very good sign. And let's get these all allocated, shall we? So far very simple, drag and drop. I'm really hoping we have enough, and I'm also really hoping that these are big enough. I reckon we'll have enough. Because we don't right now, but we are so close. I think we're missing 3. 3 or 4, something like that. I mean, at least that 0 minute will go. There was a 2000 somewhere. There's a 2000. Put that 950 there. The 2010's not got anywhere to go, but this 2020 can go there. This 2035 can go there. And what I may do, for now, is just run whatever's going spare from the airport fleet, because at least they're modern. Well, it's all modern at Paisley. It's all pretty. Paisley's a pretty young garage. Anywho, it is time to see this. Ooh, yeah, I did get a comment that I'm lagging on this save somewhat, because this save is very, very big. How many buses have we got? 99, 74, that's 273. Then plus 70 again, that's 200 or 300 and... It's a lot, okay? I think we're over 400 buses. Or if we are, we're not far. And almost all of them are out at any given time, because it's a city save. You know, we don't have any dedicated spares. You know, Glasgow city centre is absolutely jammed. There isn't as much happening in the suburbs, but that is going to change. I will definitely need to upgrade my PC before this series is out. Because it's already not necessarily liking how much RAM. You know, it needs a lot of RAM. Nope. No ADLs yet. And it's 1405, 1417 next. 1415 next. And 1415 next. Aha, there's our first bus. Ooh, it's gone on the motorway for the little dead bit to Renfrew. That's nice. And this is going to do a 115 to Foxbar. Very nice. So let's see how good it does. That's words. Let's see how well it does. Yeah, 1405. So let's just speed that through. Oh no, I didn't want to plan route. I wanted to decline. Oh, there we go. So the 115, it goes down this back way, rather than going sort of down the main road into Renfrew. There's a lot of bus stop on both of these routes. The data around Paisley is absolutely shocking. So, you know, definitely need to get that sorted at some point. Because, seriously, it's bad. But you know what's not bad? How this bus is handling itself right now. I was a little bit worried that the 10.7 meter sort of size wouldn't be enough, and that we would actually be better off with a Renown, but that has not transpired yet. It is still mid-afternoon, so I almost guarantee that will change. I mean, even coming into Paisley, that's sort of changed. And then I guess when we get into Foxbar, we'll switch over to our 110 over at the retail park and see how that gets along. So do the outbound or the Paisley bound run on a 115, and then the Renfrew bound run on a 110. Nearly called it the 105. Again, the 105 is going to be a Glasgow orbital service. But this is doing quite well. I am very, very happy with it. And then, of course, coming into Foxbar, it's very quiet. Because there's no data. Although I do wonder, given the road layout, maybe it wouldn't be so hard in terms of maybe there's not so many buildings. Anywho, that's now back to going towards thingy. So let's get on a 110. This is the 1515 to Renfrew. And it's already significantly busier than the 115. That 15 that's over an hour late is also really rammed. But coming out of the retail park, it's doing quite well, the 110. Definitely very confident about the ability of these ADLs to handle being on Paisley Town services. Because if they can handle a run to Renfrew, then that's a good sign, you know? They get a little bit hairy in the town centre, but I think that's to be expected. And they sort themselves out. It's not bad. It's doing quite well. I'm certainly very happy with how these are doing. On the run up to Renfrew, again, the data around this part of town is absolutely shocking. So, I'm not surprised if it's not at all busy. And yeah, coming into Renfrew, it's quite quiet. I certainly think that this level of service wouldn't be very inadequate, or wouldn't be very, particularly adequate. But because there's so little data, it's fine. Certainly something that I would like the OpenStreetMap community to get onto, please. Renfrew, Paisley, we need more houses. And that's our two new routes anyway. The 110 and the 115. Both doing quite well. And they fill out this side of the map a little bit more, which I'm very happy with, because, we've got loads going on in East Kilbride, we've got loads going on in Glasgow proper, and, we've even got something down into Newton Mearns, which is very, very good. So, the map's filling out quite nicely. And I think with that, I will see you all next week in Glasgow, and on Monday from the South Coast. Bye bye.